Welcome to Psychology Refresh. Today we're going to go over the 10 interesting facts about dating an INTP personality type. Make sure to watch each one of them and find out how you can approach a dating game with them. INTP, Logician, Analyst, is a very unique personality type with a lot of great traits. However, people with this personality type approach their romantic relationships in a very interesting way. The odd combination of characteristics that logicians have often comes as a pleasant surprise to their romantic relationships. This personality type may appear cerebral and restrained at first, but once their guard is down, they reveal a lively, creative side. However, a romantic relationship is an incredibly complicated matter, and INTPs are at risk of ignoring or misinterpreting the unpredictability of human nature and affection's volatility. Let's look at the most interesting things you should know about dating and relationships with an INTP. This can help you figure out which personality types are compatible and which aren't. Furthermore, it will tell you how you can approach a dating game with a logician and how you can achieve success in that field. Here are 10 interesting facts about dating an INTP. Number 1. They need some space. Asking INTPs how they're doing or how they're feeling will probably irritate. Logicians will be scared if you bombard with texts and are clingy. These personality types enjoy their freedom as introverts to an extreme at times. There is always an interesting book to read or a new theoretical approach to investigate thoroughly. Alone, INTPs will appreciate others forever if they respect their need for extended alone time to refuel, restore, and recharge. Number 2. They treat a romantic relationship as a friendship. INTPs are wary of relationships because they are afraid that their partner will try to change them, and they aren't particularly fond of public shows of affection. So how should a romantic connection with an INTP be approached? If someone wants to date an INTP personality, they should treat it as a friendship that evolves into a romantic connection over time. Not only would this ensure that a person with INTP compatibility actually wants to commit to the relationship, but it will also ensure that they will not suffer the jitters that come along with dating. After establishing a friendship, an INTP can discern whether their prospective partner will try to change them or accept them as they are. Number 3. They will often agree to the things they don't agree with. INTPs despise conflict, and while they may not be terrified of it, avoiding a fight or even a simple difference of opinion is a must if a relationship is to remain harmonious. As a result, INTPs are more likely to pick up on whatever others offer rather than getting into a debate about who came up with the concept first. But beware, sometimes an INTP may do this to the point where it appears as if they don't have a thinking of their own. When dating an INTP, the greatest person for them is someone who will tell them it's okay to make various choices. It may be tough to persuade logicians to pursue their own desires, but a small nudge is sometimes all they require. If you are enjoying our content, please give this video a like, subscribe to our channel, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell. Number 4. They can be surprisingly sensitive. INTPs are emotionally resilient in general, but they will inevitably feel emotional or sensitive at times, even if they don't always express it. When dating an INTP, it's important to understand that INTPs can take criticism, especially personal criticism, very seriously and remember it for a long time. One word of caution: never dispute with them in front of others, since the humiliation will cause them to shut down totally. Number 5. They want to communicate directly. INTPs value direct communication, and any matching romantic partner must be confident in their ability to express themselves honestly. Understanding tiny indications to their partner's unhappiness is difficult for INTPs. If someone in a relationship with an INTP is unhappy, they must express themselves properly. Otherwise, the logician will not see any problems. Now, if their partner's remark is seen as valid from a logical position, an INTP is highly inclined to try their hardest to improve. However, if a logician does not believe the criticism or issue is valid, they are unlikely to change their minds. Number 6. They often appear distracted. INTPs are prone to getting sidetracked and going off on tangents since they do not think in a linear manner. When talking to an INTP, it may appear that they don't understand what is being said, but it's only that their mind has gone off on another track at 500 miles per hour. This trait can make INTPs difficult to understand at times, but it also adds to the mystery of why they think the way they do. Because of this, dating a logician may appear difficult, but others must understand that it is their unique characteristics that they may find interesting most of the time. Number 7. They don't like to be changed. INTPs begin to be suspicious of relationships for one reason. They feel their spouse will try to modify them or decrease their demand for independence and distinctiveness. Logicians enjoy their independence and alone time as introverts. An INTP will be scared away if they get the impression that their partner is trying to change them by making them more involved or accessible when they need their alone time. People who are interested in this personality type or already in a committed relationship with one have to be sure they're comfortable giving INTPs the space they need to completely operate and grow, or the relationship will almost certainly fail. Number 8. They have a specific way of flirting. When it comes to flirting with others, INTPs can be a little awkward at times, but that doesn't imply they're horrible at it. Some logicians learn to use and integrate their other functions in order to help them comprehend their feelings for someone. When the INTP flirts with someone, they generally try to be more lighthearted, even taunting. This taunting might be nice at times, but if they go too far, it can be quite the opposite. It all hinges on the INTP's ability to read others' boundaries and respond to them. The logician can be a witty and charming flirt when their functions are more developed and mature. When the INTP has a strong attraction to someone, they frequently require the other person to make the first move in some fashion. They may not require them to make overt advances, but they do require some indication that this person is interested. When the INTP notices this, they may do their hardest to flirt back, utilizing comedy and fun to keep the other person interested and indicate that they like them as well. It's not fully correct to categorize the INTP as a naturally uncomfortable flirt. It depends on the INTP. Flirting makes them nervous at times, but it isn't something they are absolutely frightened of. They just don't enjoy doing things that feel forced, thus their intelligence can be used to entice someone in. Number 9. They will not make the first move. INTPs aren't the most sensitive to people's emotions, hence they are unlikely to initiate a relationship. They are much less likely to actively seek someone in a social context. They would prefer a person to show that they are interested in them. This relieves any nervousness that a person with a high INTP compatibility could experience. However, just because INTPs are unlikely to initiate contact does not rule out the possibility of them opening up. They only need to be aware that there is a special connection in order to express themselves. Number 10. They seek for a partner who is not afraid of living life to the fullest. INTPs prefer to keep things interesting, therefore they need a partner that is eager to grow with them. They want someone who is open to new experiences rather than being stuck in a routine. They are drawn to persons who are enthusiastic about things, and this type of enthusiasm can be motivating for the INTP. Someone who is eager to live life to the fullest and has a strategic approach to accomplishing these objectives. Even if they don't wish to look for this type of person, they may be more drawn to someone who is extroverted and enjoyable. Although it may appear scary at first, INTPs are drawn to persons who are different from them and who have diverse perspectives. For the logician, someone who pushes them and has a unique approach to life will be interesting. This is because INTPs are often bored and they desire someone who can truly inspire them while also keeping them guessing. These videos will be really helpful for you.